Good morning, it's Frugal here. As always, I have my coffee because otherwise somebody might just get killed. So let's talk today about paying less tax in South Africa as an employee. So the government loves employees because they just keep on deducting money from tax. Okay? But there are certain ways and certain provisions that you can pay less tax. So here are a couple of my favorite. Number one, a tax-free savings account. If you have a tax-free savings account and you put that money into an ETF or a savings account or what the case might be, you basically pay no tax on the money that you make, the profits. So obviously there's some exclusions, such as when you die and when you, if you have overseas exposure, then the other country might charge you a small fee for that because they don't understand about tax-free savings accounts, but you can get that tax-free. So that is the first one. Number two, you can have a retirement annuity, a pension fund, or a provident fund. Now, how those tend to work is you put money in the kitty, in the wrapper, and any money that you put in, you get tax back at the end of the tax year. I do recommend reinvesting those. Don't just use that money for the holiday because sometimes the returns on those things are really shocking and the fees are very big, but you can get a tax break on that. Another one is that if you are self-employed, well, if you've got the side hustle and you're employed, you can deduct things that you need to conduct your side hustle from tax as well. So an example would be, I am a software developer and I do websites on the side as well, and I need a computer. Now I'm using that computer very much 80% of the time for my clients' things. So I can deduct that as a tax-deductible expense. Even though I'm an employee, I have a side hustle. Another one that you can do to pay less tax is if you have a medical aid, declare it to SARS, because SARS gives you a little bit of cash back to help you, well, to say thank you for having a medical aid. It's not a lot of money, it's a couple of rand, a couple of $100, but every little bit helps. You can also speak to your employer to ask, is there ways to structure your tax better? So for example, it might be that you say that, listen, I want to be a contractor rather than a full-time employee, and that, or that they can actually give you a petrol card that you can use. So there are ways like that just to restructure it, just so that you pay less tax. Great, so now that you know a little bit more about paying less tax as an employee, have a wonderful day. Happy investing.